Hey guys, in this video we're going to show you a way for a QR code to be generated dynamically with also some kind of welcome message that you can set up predefined, and it's really easy to do. So you can do this directly inside of the Flow Builder. You do not need to create any API calls, because there is a way where we can dynamically just generate the image on the spot. And the way to do so is by going with a text message. And then once you have your text, it's optional, of course. So I just have the text, just scan the code below to go to WhatsApp and grab your freebie. And if I'm going with adding rich media, I'm going with an image. And from this image, I'm going with an image URL. And the image URL that I need is the following. So that's https://api.qr-server.com/v1/create-qr-code. And then we have the / data, and then for the data we have the link insertion. So this link insertion you can actually grab from the ref URL under the tools and then widget section. So you can create your own ref URL and then with a predefined message, right? So that is something that we can do really easily. So I already created a ref URL, as you can see here. It's named QR to WhatsApp, and here I have the WhatsApp Cloud channel because I am using WhatsApp Cloud. And then I'm just having this starting flow. And the starting flow is basically, if we go back, is just this simple message, right? Then I have a custom ref parameter, and this custom ref parameter allows you to set up your predefined welcome message. So instead of having the slash and then start with a really weird bunch of code and random numbers, you can now have your custom ref parameter set in place like this. So let's copy this URL. Let's insert that inside of the data section. So where we have insert link, right? We can now just insert that specific URL. And if we press tab, you will see the QR code dynamically being updated. How cool is that, right? So if I'm going to press save now, and let's go towards this one, right? We can now directly scan. You can either preview it, but since we already have this QR code generated, we can now already basically scan this code and go directly towards WhatsApp. So let's see if this works. So I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to scan the QR code. So let me say scan QR. There we go. So that is scanned. And now I will say open browser, and it should open inside of my WhatsApp. So I also have my WhatsApp installed here. So let's go here and let's see if we directly open WhatsApp here. We should see it displaying soon as I press enter on my phone. So on my phone I now have the /start and then the ref parameter, which is say hello, right? So let's press that and you should see it pop up here as well. And now the ref URL, the connected flow, will start, and now we have this really convenient way of dynamically creating QR codes with your own ref parameter. And this ref parameter is also a good way to set up your keyword-based matching, right? So if we go back, then you can also have this ref parameter. So this could be anything, for example, say hello or contains hello. And then we can go towards the automation. We can set up a keyword trigger for this. So let's say hello, for example, and then we can choose a subflow, and based on this we can also start a different flow, right? So this is a really cool way, I think, to dynamically create QR codes on the spot. You don't need any kind of widget that we need to prepare up front. You can also send in payloads along with the ref URL. So if we go back towards the ref URL section, then you can also set up payloads, right? And more about payloads can also be found in different kinds of videos. But after the ref URL, if we want to add a payload, for example, first name, then we can also do so directly here, right? So we can then say, we don't add it here, but if we go, for example, and say we want to save the first payload towards this custom field, and we're going to say save, we're going back towards the image. And what we can do now, we can now adjust this image. We can now adjust this ref say hello. And we can now add 2 hyphens to add an additional payload. And we can now add in parameters. So for example, if we want to add the first name, we can also do so. So if I say I want to add the first name, there we go. And if we connect that again, then now it will go towards that specific flow and now save the first name of the subscriber towards that custom field that we assigned under the ref URL, right? So under this specific section. And you can do that with multiple payloads. And that way it basically works with add 2 hyphens again, another payload. Let's say this is the payload, 2 hyphens again, another payload, and so on and so on. You can do so up to 10 different kinds of payloads. And this is a really, really good way to build dynamic QR codes. For example, if you have restaurant tables or reservations or loyalty cards, you can basically dynamically create them. You can store them, and this way the user will always be able to scan the QR codes efficiently without you needing to be able to go towards the tools and widget section and manually create all of those QR codes yourself. If you have any questions, do let us know. And for now, just have fun exploring. Take care, and we'll talk to you really, really soon.